Hello, my YouTube family and friends. I pray that everyone has had a blessed day today. It's indeed a blessing to be alive. Thanking the Lord for all that He has done for me and for you. He's so wonderful. He's so mighty. He's so great. I wanted to share something real quick. I'm going to be very quick with this video. Yesterday, the song I've Had the Time of My Life came on. I was at work and it came on the radio, and I just got so emotional, you all. I was thinking about my late husband. We used to always watch Dirty Dancing, the movie. And so, we just like the music in it, and we like the storyline. Basically it was a love story. But, we always enjoyed watching it, and, got word towards a little bit before he passed away. We didn't watch it as much, but we would periodically watch it. So anyway, the song started playing, and I just, start feeling some type of way because I miss them, and I know you all miss your loved ones too. But we will see them again. When they're with Jesus, we'll see them again. So I just thank the Lord for that, just for that right there. But just wanted to share that, if you ever have that happen to you, just pray. And God knows all about what we go through and what we're dealing with, struggling with, coping with. And a lot of times, I'm going to speak for myself because I can't speak for you all, but I'm speaking for myself. He passed away in 2021, so it's going on 2 years now. And it's just been it's just been different, without him, because he was my best friend. I didn't hang around women, a bunch of other women like who I worked with. It was just me and him. It was me, him, and the kids all the time. And so we just had a really unique relationship. God put us together for those 21 years, and it's just really been, I'm at peace with, God calling him home to heaven and everything. But it still doesn't, take away the fact that the loved one is no longer here. It's just like, wow, and even my children, they shared that. They said, Mom, he's gone. I said, yeah, he is. So, all of us were so close knit, and we just had a real special relationship. Me, him, and the children. And even pre-COVID, we just did everything together. We just had the best fun in that house back in Tennessee. And there were so many great memories. And I think I shared this. I had went to the Lord about this, and I said, Lord, I feel like I'm selling our memories. And he said, no, the memories are in your heart. So I felt some type of way, and I still cry, I still miss him, but it's not to the point where I'm just like, oh, I'm weeping and wailing and I can't get myself together. But it's a cry, it's a feeling of, I miss him, or we miss him, and I pick myself up and go on. But yesterday, I don't know really. I guess that just means that, I'm still holding him so close in my heart. And he used to always say, I just think about so many things that he used to say, and I don't know if he knew, his time was short here on earth. I don't know. Only God knows that. But he used to always say, we'd be joking and laughing, and he would be, he'll say, y'all are going to miss me when I'm gone. And, oh my gosh, the words, they ring so true. Those words ring so true now. Because I'm like, he was so right, And that's with anybody. But what I'm saying is just, he was just saying it. We'd be talking about something, and, just talking. And he said, yeah, y'all are going to miss me when I'm gone. And, I didn't really understand the depth of what he was saying, but I do now. I do now, because he's truly gone. But again, I know me and the children we'll see him again, because he's in heaven, and that's where we're going. So we will meet again. But I just wanted to share that. I felt some type of way yesterday, and I had to really get myself together. And it was just maybe 5 or 6 minutes, but I was just like, whoa, what is that song? Because I've heard kind of love songs before on the radio, but that one really touched me, and it made me feel some type of way. And again, we watched that movie a few times together, and I was just like, wow. So you just never know. Someone, I think I read it or someone said it. They said that, how songs, can really, I can't remember how they said, but the songs can like put you back in the place, like a place that you remember. I forget how, I'm not wording it right, but basically the song is attached to a memory. And so I believe that's what was going on yesterday, but I didn't get so deep into the, emotion. I quickly came out of it because of course I was at work, but I was like, wow, I've heard that song before, but I don't know, it was something about yesterday. And so I was like, wow. So I said, okay, Lord, please help me. I'm at work. So I had to get myself back together, but I'm good. Like I said, as with any loss, we miss him, and we know he's in a much better place than we are. I'm just, that's the truth. That's the truth right there. Much better place than we are. We're striving to get where he's at. So, I'm just, again, thankful for his life. I'm thankful for those 21 years of marriage. I'm thankful for all the knowledge that God placed within him. He helped me so much. It's things that he told me while he was here on earth that I'm actually applying to my life now. And I'm not putting him on a pedestal on the same pedestal, the same with God. But what I'm saying is that, God used him to help me before he passed away. And even during COVID, that short time we had that he was, going to be living, the Lord, blessed him, blessed me through him to say different things to me and stuff. So I know, that's why when people ask me, they say, are you mad at God? Are you angry? I'm like, for what? He knows what's best. He knows what's best for all of us. And, we have to come to that again. We have to be in alignment with his will for our lives. And so, it was God's will that my late husband, he was gonna die. So, we have to come to grips and come to peace with that. We can't be going around saying, well, I don't know why this happened and it wasn't his time. Yes, it was. I'm speaking for me. It was his time. We all have a appointed time. We have the time that we're born, and then we have the time that we're going to die. And that dash is now. It's what we should be. That's how we're supposed to be. We're living now. We're living. This is the time to be ministering to people, to be witnessing, to be praying, to be glorifying, magnifying. That's the dash, because those 2 years, you're born and then you're going to leave the world. You're born into the world and then you're going to leave the world. So, let's keep that in mind. And, I pray for everybody who who's lost a loved one, a friend, or, whomever. If you've experienced that in your life, I pray for you. I pray that the Lord will give you strength, more and more strength every day, more and more peace, that he will lead and guide you every step of the way, and that he will just allow that what happened to you, that you can go out and witness to someone else, because that's what he's doing for me. It actually helps me to talk about it. It's not a foreign subject. I don't just say, well, I don't want to talk about that. No, I like to talk about it because it's like it heals me. And God had already told me back when we were still in Tennessee that he was going to heal me. And then he sent someone to me to prophesy into my life. She told me, so God is going to heal you. And so she didn't go into great detail, but he had already showed me he was going to do that. And he already told me, revealed it to me. So I know that God is real, y'all. He's real. He's so real in my soul. And I wouldn't take nothing for my journey. Yes, we miss him, my late husband, my children's late father, but we know it was all in God's perfect plan. And I remind them of that every day. I make sure that they're aware of that. I say, we're all gonna die one day. So again, we must be doing what we need to do what we can while we can. It's not time to be playing, it's time to be praying. Because, it used to be a saying where every year God calls someone home, but it could be on, it could be today. You know, the day is not over. I pray no one, you know, that doesn't happen. But then again, I'm not going to pray against that, because if it's God's will, when it's God's will, it will happen. So, but what I'm trying to get, the point I'm trying to say is that it used to be, you know, back in the day, people would say, yeah, every year comes a number, meaning every year someone would pass away. But now, you may not necessarily make it through the day, you know, because that's just how it is, you know. So when God, that's a call that we all have to answer. You know, we have to, death. So we're born to die. That's just, you know, that's a fact. That's a fact. A lot of people don't like to talk about it, but it, you know, it actually gives me peace to talk about it now. I used to didn't want to talk about it. Me and him used to talk about it all the time. You know, we talked about funerals. We talked about, you know, I used to be, I just did not want to talk about dying. You know, I want to live. I don't want to talk about that. But now, you know, we'll get to see the face of Jesus. So, you know, who wouldn't want to, you know, but we don't want to go until it's our time. We don't want to go until it's our time. But what I'm saying is that let's not, you know, ignore living, and let's also not, you know, ignore that we're going to die either. So, you know, while we're here, let's do what we can, and let's serve the Lord. We were created to glorify Him. Tell somebody about Jesus. Help them, hug them, love on them, do whatever you can do. You know, it's so important. It's so important. Somebody is waiting on you to obey the voice of God, so they can, you know, to help them. You know, they're waiting on your obedience to God. So just, I didn't want to be on here too long, but again, we're all born to die, and I just wanted to share that, how, you know, that just really touched me, that song. I've had the time of my life, and I really did have the time of my life with him. We had some fun times. You know, we talked and we laughed about stuff. We talked about stuff in the family, and my family and his family, and laughed about it. And then our relationship was so close. We would talk about before we even met. You know, our his previous girlfriends and my boyfriends, and we would just laugh. You know, it was just funny, because then we always laugh about how we met, because we met on a job site. And so it was just so much fun, and I miss that. I miss that, you know. And I always used to say, I said, you know, whoever I would love to marry someone that I have a good I have a friendship with. You know, and that's what we had. We had a friendship. It was a friendship before it was marriage, and we just, like I said, it was nothing off guard. You know, we talked about everything, and even the ugly stuff we talked about. So, you know, it was just, I really enjoyed him. He had so much knowledge, and I used to tell him all the time, I said, how do you know everything? You know, and he said, I read, I pay attention to things. And at the time, you know, I was just going through life. I could care less about whatever. You tell me something, I take it for what you say. But he said, no. And so he would just get on me and me and the kids, and not in a bad way, but just in a fun way. So, and he had this thing with my youngest daughter. He'd always ask, he loved water. He loved drinking water. So he would tell her to go get his water. And I remember her saying, she said, at his funeral, she said, Daddy, I wish I could get you a bunch of glasses of water now. Because she would kind of, you know, sometimes, you know, like children do, huff and puff when he would tell her to go get him some water, because he loved cold water. And she'd be doing her own little thing, and he say, you know, go get me some water, and she kind of blow. She did it, you know, but it was just a thing they had. And he was like, okay, you gonna miss me when I'm gone. You know, he was saying things like that. And so, but we didn't think about, you know, he was gonna die. You know, we were just thinking, you know, that was just something he was saying. So be careful, be mindful of, just love on all your family members, and make sure they know how much you love them, and tell them that you love them too. You know, show them, more so show them. Don't so much tell them all the time, show them, you know. And so anyway, I just want to share that. I could go on and on about our relationship, but what we had. So, you know, whatever God has for me and the children, we're going full steam ahead, and we know that He's going to work everything out for our good. We're here in this new chapter, in this new state, for his purpose. So we're going to trust him. We're going to lean on him and depend on him to get us through. So thank you all so much for listening. I just wanted to share that, what I felt yesterday, and share it down in the comments if you've had to deal with something like that before, because this is my first time, my not first time dealing with death, but with my spouse, and a late spouse. So it's been a little challenging, but God has been helping me, and he told me he was going to help me and the children, and that's what he's been doing. So thank you all so much for listening, and I just wanted to share that because I want to help somebody and bless somebody. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Please share in the comments if you have any comments or any encouraging words, any scriptures, and I'm going to try to remember in every video to put in the comments down below, so please email me if you would like me to pray with you, because I'll be more than happy to do so. Thank you all so much for your support and encouragement. God bless you and God keep you is my prayer. Bye-bye.